Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Browns going up against the Jets.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check. On his status when we get back. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to go for a big play. It got his man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Carr now on first down. And Sanders has got it complete. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
On second down, here's Carr. He leaves this one for Howard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Carr to throw on second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Play clock winding down. To throw on third down, Erickson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward, bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
In 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To throw on second down, Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Tanner Vallejo in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down again. Darren Lee. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there a little extra.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And now running right through him.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On first down, they run with Howard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Back to the air on second down. Erickson. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. That one goes for 24 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be.
They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw on second down. Erickson got his man complete over the middle. That's Curtis. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Erickson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This is Howard on second down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Carr now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Looking to throw on second down. Carr. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And the Jets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Off the play fake, Erickson. Out left to Shaheen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Operating from the gun, Erickson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the linemen.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Gonna go soft on the corners. To throw, it's Carr. This one complete to Coleman. And some space here. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Second down now after the pass completion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw on 2nd down. Carr to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The final shot here before half for Carr. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And it's second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. So well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutral. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And he will take this all the way up past the 40. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to him right away because they have the matchup advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Now Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw on second down. Erickson. Over the middle, complete. That's Curtis. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down following the run. Again, it's Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this.